This is a guide on reinstalling the front assembly on the Apple iPhone 6s. For the reinstallation process, we will need the following tools: pentalobe screwdriver, suction cup, plastic pick, Phillips screwdriver, and a flat screwdriver. The front assembly consists of the frame, the glass digitizer, and the LCD screen. You will need to replace the entire front assembly if any of these components are broken. It is important to turn off the phone before you start. Hold the power button and confirm the shutdown on screen. Remove 2 bottom screws with a pentalobe screwdriver. Place a suction cup just above the home button. Pull on the suction cup and insert the plastic pick between the front assembly and the main body. Gently move the plastic pick along the perimeter of the phone, separating the front assembly from the main body. Once separation is achieved, open the iPhone as a book to a right angle. For the safe reinstallation process, we need to disconnect the battery. The battery connector is located under a small metal shield. Hold the front assembly vertically and remove the 2 tiny screws holding the shield in place. Keep track of all the screws. Remove the metal shield, disconnect the battery. In order to separate the front assembly from the main body, we need to gain access to its connectors under a small EM shield. Remove 4 Phillips screws while holding the front assembly at a right angle to the main body. Set the shield aside. The next step is to open the 3 connectors. Take a plastic pick and gently pop open the connectors. Separate the front assembly and place it on the desk. Before we can discard the old screen, we have to transfer the large metal shield, home button, front camera with sensors, and the earpiece onto the new replacement part. Start with the big metal shield. The shield is held in place with small screws along the perimeter. Remove 1 screw at the bottom. This screw also holds the small metal bracket above the home button. Then 3 screws on the right side. 1 screw at the top and 3 more screws on the left side. You may also need to carefully cut the black insulation tape connecting the LCD driver flap to the metal shield. Set the shield aside. Next step is to remove the metal bracket over the home button. Remove the 2 Phillips screws. Set the shield aside. Proceed on removing the metal bracket covering the earpiece and the front camera. Remove 3 Phillips screws. Set the bracket aside. Lift the front camera by its cable and remove the earpiece underneath. Using tweezers, gently separate the camera, sensor, and attached cables from the front assembly. Set them aside. Using a flat screwdriver, open the home button connector. Then using a plastic pick, gently push the home button out from the front assembly. Make sure that the rubber membrane stays with the home button. Take the replacement part and remove the protective film from the back of the LCD. There may also be additional protective film pieces at the other parts of the front assembly. Insert the home button into the hole, making sure that the button is properly aligned and the rubber membrane sticks to the frame. Reconnect the home button to the front assembly. Take the camera with cables and all the attached sensors and guide each sensor into its slot. Replace the earpiece. Once all the components are in place, cover them with the metal bracket and secure it with 3 Phillips screws. Replace the bracket above the home button. Secure it with 2 Phillips screws. Next, replace the big metal shield. Align the shield with the frame and secure it with Phillips screws. 1 screw at the top, 3 screws on the right side, 1 screw at the bottom, and 3 screws on the left side. Now we can reconnect the front assembly to the main body. Hold the front assembly at a 90-degree angle to the surface and snap in all 3 connectors. Caution: it is very important not to force any connectors. All connectors are very fragile. At this stage, we can test the device, reconnect the battery, and turn on the device. If the startup graphic appears, the front assembly is installed correctly and we can finish the replacement process. Hold the power button and confirm shutdown on screen. Place the small metal shield over the connectors and secure it with 4 Phillips screws. Replace the shield covering the battery connector. Secure it with 2 Phillips screws. Slide the front assembly into the groove into the top edge of the phone and close the assembly. Gently squeeze the phone around the perimeter until the front assembly snaps firmly in place. Replace the 2 bottom pentalobe screws. Remove the protective film, turn the phone on, and we're done.